It's really just when you bounce back is you learn from it, right? You be a man, all right? And that's kind of how I look at it. Men bounce back from things and find ways to change things. They get better at things. They work on the things that they're good at and really fix the things that they're bad at. And to me, it's just overcoming adversity. I mean, that's what you do as a man. Or we can be cowards, right? And tuck our tails and lick our wounds and feel sorry for ourselves and run away from the problems. But I feel like we have, men on this team. And I think they're going to bounce back from it, realize their mistakes. They're not happy. They're not pleased. But I really think they're going to battle. Had a good conversations with them yesterday about, getting better and doing the things that we need to do to win ball games, and that we can't cower down and we can't bow down, we can't quit, and we have to keep fighting. And so I think this group will do that. I mean, they seemed pretty receptive yesterday. They said they're all in, and that we need to try to get these next 3 games.
Is this the hardest part about coaching is when the postseason is almost definitely out of reach, and yet you're still trying to finish out a season strong? Can these next 3-4 weeks be the hardest in coaching?
I mean, they can be if you want to make them that way, right? I'm going to sit here and be as positive as I can. I love this game so much and competing so much that, I mean, it's not really hard. You love to compete and you love to win and you love to help raise young men and try to make them better every single day. I mean, that's what it's about. Sometimes it's not about the wins and losses, but how you changed a young man's life or made him a better person, and seeing and getting these seniors out on a good note, as well. We talked about, we got basically 12 guaranteed quarters left of football to play, and let's make the most of this opportunity and do what we can and try to make this a great season still. I mean, 7-4 is still great, right, in this conference. So that's what we got to build off of, and that's what we got to look at. But it's about these young men, right? And if I fold in my tent and then I'm done and make it hard myself, it's not very much fun. But I love being around these guys every single day, having fun with them, enjoying them, coaching them, teaching them, and just having great conversations with them. That's what it's all about.
Offensively, obviously, last 2 weeks have been a struggle to score points. How do you correct that here on these final 3 games?
I think just, number 1 is eliminating penalties. Number 2, getting our reads. Number 3, playing hard, playing hard, playing physical, playing aggressive. Not stress, quit panicking. Just do our job and do our assignment to the best of our ability, and those things will happen. I mean, there's things there. You can see things there when you're watching film. We just got to start seeing those things, and once we do, this offense will do the things they need to put points on the board. So it's just a mixture of everything, right? It's not always the same person. It's always somebody different. So we just all got to get on the same page and start clicking. And it's that time of the season, right? We should have been clicking a long time ago, but we need to click this week offensively. And just got to put a good game plan together for these young men to go out and produce and get things done. And hopefully they execute it properly and good things happen for us.
Feels like Caleb's been playing tight, for lack of a better word. Just not what we saw a year ago. This situation just needs to go out and have some success and just kind of let it out there.
Yeah, go out and have some fun. All right, quit putting so much pressure on yourself. But I think a lot of our kids on our team do that right now. They're putting so much pressure on themselves instead of just enjoying the game and the opportunity to play this great game. And once they do that and relax a little bit, I think really good things will happen. I mean, it's just not Caleb. I mean, there's offensive guys, defensive guys, even sometimes as coaches. We kind of panic a little bit, and we just need to understand that it's a game, and then it's a fun game. So let's go out and enjoy this game that we have in front of us and the opportunities that we get put in front that are put in front of us, and make the most of them. I think if we start doing those things, great things will happen.
Well, there's been teams that maybe you've struggled with over the years. There is one place that seems like it is as hard as any for your squad to play at, and that's in Topeka at Washburn coming up this weekend. Why is that? Any idea?
No, I haven't coached there for 9 years, right? And we loved it when people had to come to Topeka and play us there, because for some reason it is a hard place to play. I don't know if it's the bowl itself. I mean, I have no clue, but I don't know if it's the locker room they put us in, because it is, the swimming pool area. It's a very tight locker room. Guys are kind of spread out all over the place. It's hard to even meet with your guys, at halftime or before the game as well to really get, the things stressed that you need to get stressed. I don't know, or the atmosphere maybe itself. Hopefully, this year's different. We're coming off a bad loss. I think these kids are going to be locked in and focused this week in practice. And they're going to be hungry and they're going to be angry. So I'm hoping we take that hunger and anger and take that into Topeka, Washburn University, and play well.
Zach Watkins, our first-year head coach, obviously know him well, played for you at Washburn and coached here for a long time. What's it like for you starting to go up against some of these guys who've been on your staff as younger coaches now becoming head coaches elsewhere?
It's fun, but it makes you feel really old, right? And that's the thing, because like right now, kind of like Higgins and I are kind of the old guys of the MIAA right now, and but it's cool to see those guys, take on new roles. That's your goal as a head coach, as your assistants become coordinators and coordinators become head coaches, and those things, and that's what it's about. Just seeing guys grow and mature and getting opportunities, and he's going to do a great job there. He really is once he gets to the guys that he wants. In those positions, and guys on the field that he wants as well. He's going to do a good job. He's a great coach. He's smart, energetic, and he's a great recruiter as well. So, but it's cool to see. I'll talk to him before the game, love it up. But once the whistle blows and it's time for kickoff, that friendship goes out the door.
Do any of your former coaches or players, do they ever reach back out to you for advice like you've done with other coaches in the MIAA?
Yeah, I mean, when Zach first took over, he called quite a few times, asking questions. Lambo, was one too. He was at Central Missouri when he first took over Kearney, and then he was talking about Central Missouri. He had some questions as well. Rich Wright and I have always kind of had a really good connection, just bouncing ideas off of each other. Shurig still to this day, even though he's at North Alabama, we still conversate. Weekly we send a text to each other about, good luck, but there's a lot of times we'll have a conversation, about once a month on just how things are going and how to do things. And so, it's, even though some of those guys are your competitors, you still want the best for them and you still want them to do well. And, so you call and talk to them. I mean, I even talked to Coach Held quite a bit, at Kearney, even though we're supposed to be rivals, but we do. And, Coach Anthony at Pitt, it's just, that's who you do. It's what you do as coaches, right? I mean, you still compete, and you still want to get after one another, but you still have that respect and for each other. And somebody's got a question, you ask it, and you answer it if you can answer it. So, and it's kind of how you do things and how they do things, and maybe you can improve your program by doing just one or two things from each other.
What are you seeing in this year's Washburn team? Have they changed things up from what they've done in the past?
A little bit. I mean, defensively, they're basically the same defense that they've had because it's the same stuff that Zach was running when he was there. It's changed just a little bit, not much. Offensively, a few changes. I mean, still, Dane Simnow's their OC, but he was under Coach Shurig there, and he kind of he knows that offense, but he's just kind of progressed off of it just a little bit more. But it's basically the same as what we've seen. Maybe a little bit more bigger personnel than we're used to with two tight ends than in the past. I mean, they ran a little bit when I was at Washburn as well, but I think they're a little bit more of that now. That could change pretty quick this week. They might get into more, 10 and 11, but I don't see that happening. But it's basically the same thing. They run the ball well. They find a way to get their receivers open, and their freshman quarterback is really starting to come around. I mean, he's starting to get comfortable with the offense and what they're doing offensively, and he's starting to see things a lot better, and he's playing a lot more confident.
They've used three quarterbacks this year, but it looks like they've kind of landed on Madden right now. What does he bring them?
He's pretty mobile. He's not afraid to sit in the pocket. When he needs to get out, he can get out and get first downs and make plays downfield. I just think he's just calm, right? And it doesn't seem like anything really rattles him. He just seems like he's calm, cool, collected, and makes the plays that he can make. And if it's not there, he's not afraid just to take a sack and live to play another down. So, he's a smart, headsy football player. He just seems a pretty cool cat back there, just ready to go play ball and have some fun.
Obviously, defensively, it was Saturday getting kind of a long day. What do they have to do to get their swagger back? Because it felt like they were kind of getting some momentum and getting on a bit of a roll.
Just the confidence right now. Our kids we didn't tackle real well. That was the number one thing. We really didn't tackle great at all. I mean, we took bad angles, didn't wrap up, did more arm tackling than anything else. The angles was the biggest part that killed us. We didn't gang tackle as well. So we just got to do those little things in practice this week. I mean, I know we're not going to take, the scouts to the ground, but we need to at least wrap up and run our feet and make sure we secure that tackle, and then we can, get guys around the ball as well. So, I mean, it's there. We just got to bring it back out. I mean, there's always going to be a time in your life you have a bad game, right? And this last week just happened to be a really bad game for us against a really, really good opponent who has improved tremendously, in a short amount of time. And, we just got to learn from it and just play better and, do the things that we need to do to improve, and that's tackling, being stickier on receivers, and just doing our assignment.
It really just starts with, the energy we bring at practice and, what we're going to do to change that. We have a lot of anger, and, I was pretty pissed off after the game, and, I'm on KOR as well, and being on defense, then running out on kickoff return 4 or 5 times, especially just in the third quarter, you're sitting there looking at the clock like, wow, this sucks. So what are we going to do to change that? We got a great opportunity against Washburn this week, and we're going to change it.
Is there a part of it where you try to forget as much of the game as possible because of how it went, or is there still a lot to learn from because of the way it went, if that makes sense?
Yeah, you definitely kind of want to forget about it a little bit, not dwell on it too much, but you definitely got to watch it and learn from it. It was really hard to watch. I started watching the first half. I was like, all right, I got to take a break. I was getting pissed off, and I was like, took a couple deep breaths, took a little break, and then came back to it and learned from what I needed to do, and, I'm going to improve it this week.
Coach mentioned bad angles, bad tackling in that game defensively. How do you correct that this week?
Really just going against the scouts, especially last week. Me, for example, sometimes, I'll say, I'll make that play in the game, or, I won't thud up when I'm supposed to thud up, and I need to change that. And those arm tackles, there's times that, you got to dive at the legs, and there's times that you got to, fit a guy up chest to chest around your feet, and that's something we're going to work on this week, and I'm excited.
Any Washburn film yet? What's your take on them?
I'm confident. I think our D-line's going to have a great game. I think if we just stop the run and prevent the big plays, I think we'll be successful. They got a good team. They're going to be hungry. They just came off a great win. We get to play them at their place, so even more juice for them, but I'm confident.
You guys you've been a part of this for a while, have struggled in Topeka. How do you, I guess, prevent that from happening again this time? It's been uncanny.
Yeah, it's really just every road game. You just got to bring your own energy, and Topeka's tough because, sometimes the environment there is not great. It's not as bad as some other places in the MIAA, but it's definitely just stems from us. We just got to bring our own energy, got to be excited to play, and I think coming off from that beating, I think we're going to be really excited to play, and it's going to be fun. So
You've played each of the 3 years since your redshirt year, mainly as a special teams guy, your redshirt year. Your role has increased. What has allowed you to do that, to have your role increase each year?
Really just hard work. I started on special teams just because they could trust me. They knew I'd go hard, and it kind of continued from that. As the years gone on, I've picked up the defense a lot more and become a lot more comfortable and confident. Was a big thing for me. I've kind of struggled with confidence as I've been here, and as I've gotten better. It's just just stay confident and trust yourself that you're going to make the plays that you need to make.
Is that one of the hardest things, especially football, coming from high school where you play all the time to redshirting, playing a little bit? Is that where it wears on the confidence a little bit, just because of that transition?
For me personally, I was just blessed that I got to play football in college. I walked on here, so I was just hungry to prove myself. I think the confidence really. Oh shoot. I think the confidence stemmed from, I was seeing guys that ahead of me that are just way better than I am, and I'm really hard on myself. I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I'll see them. I'm like, man, I'm not as good as them. I don't know if I ever will be. So it and I'm a kind of mental head case sometimes. So it really just, if I make a play, then it kind of helps me a little bit. But just kind of tell myself mentally that I'm a good football player, and it helps me out a lot.
How did you end up choosing here to walk on, or what led to that?
So my only options really were here to walk on, or I could have gone to Tabor and played. I didn't really want to go to Tabor, and so if I didn't come here, I don't know, I could have gone to K-State or something, or just enjoyed college. But I don't know, I wanted to play football and wanted to just do something athletic, so decided to play here and love the coaches, love the environment. It's awesome here.
You mentioned playing with confidence. Is that kind of this team right now? It just feels like they just need a few things to go your guys' way to get on a roll, finish strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we all just need to play with a little bit more confidence, both sides of the ball, special teams, everything. I talked with Coach Brown this morning, and he was talking about our defense last year, and he's like, man, what's different? And he was talking about other guys, Miles, Mason, all of them, and I was kind of like, man, it's kind of like the energy, like I'll make a play and I get kind of excited, but nothing crazy, So I think that's something I'm going to focus on. If I make a play, I'm going to get juice, just try to juice other people up. Or if someone else makes a sack, I'm going to go hype them up. So I'm going to focus on just having some energy, and because that's what makes a defense great, is just energy, excitement for the other people around us. So.
Well, I feel like Saturday definitely wasn't our best play, and just like reflecting on it, all of us, player-wise, coaching-wise, can do better, whether it's special teams, offense, or defense. Offensively, I just feel like we have to play with confidence, and we have to go out there and have fun. I feel like this year we haven't really went out there and had fun. We haven't really pieced our whole offense together and be the offense that we can be. We've showed flashes, obviously, but I feel like this is the week that we're going to put everything together and show what we can do in the MIAA stage.
Is it hard to have fun in football? Because it is an incredibly physical game. You're trying, everything that goes into it. I can imagine other sports and how you can have fun in that. How do you have fun where you're either trying to demolish the other person or you're trying to avoid being demolished?
So, when you get to college ball, it's really like it's the love of the game. Like, you hear it for the love of the game. And I want to say, like, a lot of us have been doing this since we're, like, 5 or 6 years old. So, like, playing the sport so long, you just have to find a love for the game and doing the things you love, which allows you to have fun out there in the field and make plays.
You mentioned having fun out there and playing with confidence. It just feels like the offense has struggled to do that. Is it any reason why the whole you guys put so much pressure on yourself and it just hasn't panned out?
I just feel like we're trying to put too much pressure on ourselves to replicate what we did last year. Like, we do have some returning starters last year and some new players, obviously, but I feel like this year we need to just go out there and have fun and find our identity and not trying to replicate what we did last year, because we have the pieces. We have a talented running back room, quarterback room, offensive line, receiver room, obviously, but I just feel like if we all come together and piece that together, we can really go out there, have explosive plays, have fun.
Have you taken a look at film, seeing what Washburn does defensively, what you guys will be focusing on this week?
I want to say this week, Washburn, they run a lot of 3-week, 3-strong, some man coverages we've seen before this year. So I feel like this week we really just focus on building our identity and going back to what works for us. So I feel like it's a great week to build our offense and find what works for us going on into the season.
They had 8 takeaways last week, their defense. Do you do anything extra special to try to prevent that from happening again?
Really just take care of the ball, no stupid penalties. They had 8 takeaways against a pass-heavy team in UCM, so I feel like we just have to be smart with the ball, where we pass or run it. So I feel like as long as we take care of business, we're going to be just fine.
Talk about your game a little bit. Your roles as the season has gone along has been elevated a little bit more in that receiving room. Just evaluate your play up to this point this year and areas you maybe need to get better at.
Well, I feel like just like I've learned from a lot of great receivers in this Fort Hays receiver room in my 3 years being here, and just learning from them and being able to take parts of their game and add it to my game. I started my first collegiate game, Missouri Southern, and I'm a pretty hard critic on myself, and I feel like it didn't go as well as I planned, but I just looked at it about how I can build onto the game and how I can improve off of that game and help me gain confidence going forward into the season.
Almost all the trips in the MIAA go east, south, a little bit north. You got one game earlier this year. You got to go close to home anyway. Talk about playing in Colorado and, as a collegiate athlete.
It was actually surreal. It was kind of like a homecoming for me. Stands packed out with my family there. I played a lot of my former high school teammates or people I played in high school that went to CSU Pueblo. CSU Pueblo actually offered me to go there and play receiver, and I just feel like it was a surreal experience. Obviously, we got the win, and I'm thankful we got the win, and I just feel like it's kind of some of my old high school teammates I play with. I kind of hold that over them this year, just to say we got the win over you guys, and we'll see them next year.
So then that leads to the question: how did you land here in Hayes?
I really want to say it was, and my parents really helped with the decision. My parents really felt like Hayes they have a great coaching staff. They're very family and faith oriented, which is something that my family prioritizes. So I feel like they feel like, and I felt like Hayes was a place for me. And just CSU Pueblo being so close to home, they feel like I couldn't grow as a man. And just being on my own out here in Hayes, it helps me really improve building as a man, my confidence as a player, and all that.